Hi everyone, this is Beckstar, and today we have another AI game, and this is again one of my own. Actually, this is one of the very first games that I've created using AI. I used Claude for this one, and the idea was always with me almost for 3-4 years. Of course, there was some iterations, different versions of this game. Today we're gonna look at its latest version that I have right now. Probably I'm planning to do more changes in the future. And I think it's a really fun strategy game. Again, this game is a browser game that I have created. And this is my first time I'm actually introducing this game to you guys. You can find this game on already in the Beckstar games. Let me find it. It's right here. But I'm gonna update this entry with the video, with the everything, so you can get like more detailed information. So this is a little bit more complex game comparing to other games we looked into. Some of mine, some of others. So there will be a little more details for you. And it's quite straightforward. If you want, you can just open and you just can enter your nickname and you can start playing the game. Or you can log in to save your progress like I have done here. That's also fine. We have a leaderboard about the players and their point contributions. As you see, there's some other players. So there's active players in the game already. All right. So there's a little tutorial. It tells you how things work. I don't want you to really I don't want to go through this, right? To explain it to you through this. But I want to really show you during the gameplay. I think that would make it better. So there's 4 online players right now. So there are 3 factions in the game. What you do is you can select one of the factions, and a game has one mechanic where you cannot join the winning faction. It's more like a balancing mechanic, right? So right now, winning with 7,000 plus pixels, meaning they are the leading faction. We cannot really join this faction. So we have the option of USA or Germany. So what this decision making matters, like why this is important, because each faction has different abilities, different perks, let's call it. And these perks can help you win the game. Some factions are stronger during the daytime, some factions are stronger during the nighttime, etc. So let's check. Right now, the Germany is in the second, but US is losing it. So I think I'm gonna start with the US faction. All right, if that makes sense. And we just say join the war. So as you see, we are looking at that pixel map. So each pixel is you can imagine as a territory, and we are trying to conquer these to actually win the game. So as you see, there's a progress bar, and the logic is quite simple in this regard. Whoever dominates the 80% of the map, then there's a little countdown, which if you can finish it, if you can keep that 80%, then you win the game. All right. Or there is a second winning condition. As you see on the top left corner, there is a little countdown. So every battle is for 1 week, real time duration. So at the end of 1 week, whoever has the most territory wins the game. That's simple logic. So this is the idea. Let's understand the UI a little bit, all right? So on the left top corner, we see the day-night cycle. It counts down. We have little different buffs that you can earn in the game. We're going to learn about that in a bit. We see the counter of the battle, all right, your username. And there are some, PvE elements, like some corruption zones, which corrupts the land and then take time to cover the ground. So we will see that eventually as well. On the right side, we have the ranking. We have the faction standing. As you see, the Soviets are right now holding 32% of the map, and we are the US, which we have the 18%. In the settings bar, you can turn off the music, turn on the music. These are all potentially possible. And then you can do some other things. There is the Reddit community if you want to go to. And I want to put a replay, where you can watch the whole match in a short video, so that you can also access that there. On the left bottom, we have the team world chat, where we can chat with our other players. We can talk to our team, or we can talk to the other teams to make some alliances to win the war, right? This is a 3-man alliance. Obviously, we need some allies. This is how we can actually win the war. Maybe we can ally with Germany to get the win against the Soviets. What else we have? On the top right corner, there is a little information bar, I would say, about your outpost. So you have a base in the middle. and you can level it up. So our base in this case is 16 level, okay? And when you hit upgrade, you basically upgrade the base, and there is certain requirement to upgrade to next level. This is what is needed from us. So this is the first action you can take, and this costs you 10 energy. In total, you're going to have 200 energy, which is recharging by itself automatically. So this is to kind of balance the player times, right? Imagine you cannot be online all the time while the other guys can be online more often. So to put a limit to their progress versus yours, we have this energy element. You can do expand. Let's learn expand. So you can set a target on the map. Like I just select this one. And when I click expand, we will see our territory expanding towards that direction. All right. Do you see how many pixels are actually going towards that direction? Is determined by what is the level of our base. So that's the idea of it, okay? Ideally, we want to set target to this yellow area, which I will come in a second. I will explain what it is. And we want to quickly expand it towards that area. Look, as you see, it's using this front line to expand towards the target we set for it. This is the second thing, expand and upgrade. Now we have something called build. This is once your faction has certain amount of territory, then you can start building this barracks, okay? Or I think in the game it's called outpost right now. And what outpost does is it auto-generates pixels for your faction as depending on what level it is. Let's say if it's a level 1, you can generate 1 pixel per hour or 1 pixel 10 minutes. I don't exactly remember what was the rule set there. But what you want to have is more barracks, so you can have this auto expansion even when you're AFK, so your faction is not losing ground. As you see, the Germany has now 5 factions and 2 of them are upgrading. How about Soviets? They already have 5 outposts, and if for our case we don't have any outposts, and that's the reason why we are losing this war. This is like a passive way to expand your territories, right? So there is the active way, which is the expand, and then there's the passive way, which is the outpost. There is one additional feature we have. Obviously, clicking this expand button could be a little bit annoying, right? You just don't want to spam it. So we have this auto expansion, which I just like can turn off or turn on. This is automatically will take your energy and it will auto expand towards the target you set to. So right now our target is here, so it will auto expand towards this direction. But right now we want to expand towards this yellow area, all right? So that's not it. There is one more action that you can do in game, which is the nuke, which I love it, by the way. So what you do with the nuke, you can actually target one of the factions and send them a nuke. This nuke charges up, okay, over time. It takes 1 hour to charge up fully, and the area of the damage increases with the charge up. So right now, as we know, right now Germany took the lead, right? So what we want to do is, now the Soviets took the lead. So let's hit the Soviets hard, okay? And we will see what will happen. So we click on the nuke, we select the faction we want to hit. So obviously we want to hit Soviets, but sometimes you can hit yourself. Imagine nuke dropping here, right? We might get hit by ourselves. So this is the risk we will need to take. I'm going to quickly improve my outpost to the level 2 and let's send the nuke to the Soviet way. Boom. All right. You see right here, the nuke dropped. And we missed some of it because it could have been like in the central and we would get the full benefit of it. But it is still okay because this is going to put them in the back. As you see some of these gray areas here, grayish, yellowish area, these are the corruption zones, the skulls. So they get corrupted, the land gets corrupted by its way. And if you destroy it, you get certain perks and bonuses. That's the idea. So I hope that kind of explains the game. So what will we do now? Obviously, there's not a quick action we can take, right? This is a long game. You need to really dedicate some time, check it day by day, then you will know if your faction is winning. So we are losing right now. We hit our biggest faction, our rival over there, but Germany is a problem. Now, let me explain this yellow box in the middle. So whoever as a faction, which we are coming in, as you see with the auto expansion, controls this area gets a bonus on the top left corner. This is a production buff, meaning we will produce more often the territories. So this is quite important to capture. It was under the control of Soviet. So I think the first action that I will do, I will use our manual expansion to really control this area. As you see, I'm quickly expanding, but they're also pushing back. So It's not really easy. As you see, we are like actually fighting on the front battle. Let's see, I'm pushing. Okay, we're getting the quarter of it. Ideally, we want to take all of it, right? So, okay, we are almost there, but my energy is not enough anymore. So at this point, we have to wait, and we hope that our auto expansion would be enough. It might not be because they are producing from day 2, how much? 5 outposts, right? This is the problem. And if you see, their base is in 20 levels, while our base is 16 levels. What does this mean? So whenever I expand by 16 territories. Whenever they expand by 20 territories. So that's the issue. So what is our faction bonus? I want to mention here. So as here you see your faction bonus. So our faction bonus is during the daytime, we have 50% chance to block the attacks. Okay. So it is nighttime. That means they are going to be stronger right now. There is really not much we can do. It's going to change in an hour and we will have actually our energy back then. And then maybe we will have a chance to capture it. But as you see how strong they are, they're really pushing us back right now. There is one interesting little feature that I want to also show it to you. We don't have really energy, but if you want to expand to a certain direction, you can actually attack certain pixels directly. So if I click here, it will attack, but I need 2 more energy to attack here, right? So this is also another nice way to make the cuts, cut the territories, or just expand towards certain direction. I think this can create many strategies. And why we do this cuts, okay? So we have this rule set where if the territory is cut from the mainland, it refers to area that is connected to the main base, right? Then this piece of area becomes weaker, okay? So ideally what we want to do is we want to cut it right here from the Soviets. So this area will be easier to capture. How it is easier is with each, let's say, capture, we might get 2 instead of 1, right? So this is the idea of it. So as a team, we need to ideally cut this area and then make the red zone weaker so we can easily capture this. But right now we have the problem which we don't have unfortunately, the energy to push here, and we have only 1 player online. So it's really important to have more players contributing the faction if you really want to win, right? So that's the game. You can scroll around. We have a mini map on the left side. You can see where you are looking at right now. But this is our territory. And unfortunately, we are not really doing too well. We have 16 level with 1 outpost. How about the yellow? Let's check what is yellow is doing. They are also 20. As you see, the reason we are like losing this war in a sense is because both these factions are expanding by 20 while we are expanding by 16 and 16. And obviously, it's not easy to keep up, considering they also have many outposts that we do not have. So this is the logic of the game, guys. You can just access this game through pixelconquest.io. And it's really, you don't need to log in anything. It's a browser game. You can just log in, pick your faction, just put your name, pick your faction, and then you are in the game. I hope I can see you guys. We have 2 more days. I will publish this video today as well. So if you want to help me win with US, that would be nice to see you in my ranks. And also, talking about ranks, as you contribute to your faction, you kind of get some ranks. As you see, I'm a colonel right now. You can go general, marshal. This is all about how much contribution you have to your faction and if you can help them win the war. There are like sound elements I added to this game as well. Like when you expand, they makes a little bit of sound. So when the nuke drops, there's an explosion sound. All of this is actually created by AI. So I want to mention the AI part of the game a little bit to you. The game design, the mechanics, the gameplay, I came up with the ideas, right? I give the AI, I use Claude Code to create this. And what I wanted from him was obviously the visual, the code itself, and then I just deployed it and on my own hosting, and then I have been running it since then. The game did change over time. Initially, this was a game, a little bit more fantasy game. I was doing werewolf versus vampire versus human. Then I changed the theme to World War II, which we are seeing right now. Maybe I will go back at some point. These are not really hard to change with the support of AI. So this is what I'm trying to do. And there's maybe other cool features that I can add without making the game too complex, right? That's what I'm worried about the most. So if you do have any ideas, what should we add to the game next? That would be nice. We have a Reddit. You can access it from the Reddit community on the settings. Here, I usually share the patch notes, the updates, whatever we have available about the game. Currently, I'm not updating the game every week, but I might turn back to it if I see more players playing it. Why not? That's pretty much it for today, guys. So Pixel Conquest, it's gonna be on the Beckstar, it's gonna be on my YouTube channel. You can watch the video and you can access it. I think you can find the link in the description, pixelconquest.io. It's a fun little strategy game. If you like conquering, if you are an RTS player, I think this is something you need to look at. So that's all for today. It was Beckstar. See you in the next In the Game video. Bye-bye.